deleting user account. You can delete or add a user account from your computer by launching the system preferences, either from the Apple logo located at the top left corner of the Finder window, like this, or from the dock. Choose users and groups from the drop-down window. Here, you can add or delete a user account by choosing the plus or minus sign here, located just under the house icon. The status of the padlock at the bottom left determines if you can add or delete any account. Now you need to unlock it before any entry can be made. You will need your password. We have the password tab and the login items tab. Under the password tab, you can change your password, the full name on the computer, your Apple ID, and your contacts card. You can also enable your parental controls on the computer. Now, let's get to the login items. Now, these items will open automatically when you log into your system, making it much easier. Now, you can add a few more softwares to this list here by clicking on this plus sign here, and you can delete by selecting one and clicking on the minus sign here. That is how you add and delete softwares that you fervently use when you log into your system. When you finish with all the setup, it's always good and best to go back to the padlock and secure your changes or your setup so that no one can tamper with them. Using Automator. Automator is a software to help you execute certain routine jobs, no matter how many times they are to be performed. Once the scripts are assembled, the Automator runs until interfered with. The scripts have been written already for you, so you don't need to be a programmer. First, let's launch Automator. To the left, we have the Actions and Variables script library. The Actions and Variables script library. And to the right, we have numerous documents to choose from. You can choose any type of document to work with, depending on what you desire to do. We have a simple workflow, an application, a service, a print plugin, a folder action, a calendar, and an image capture plugin to choose from. But for our purpose, we choose the simple workflow. Now let's go to the View menu and choose from the Arrange Actions by Application. Now we want to choose the application instead of the category to make it easier for us to see the applications that we want to work on. On the extreme left or the sidebar, we have an Actions tab housing the already coded scripts. Click on any icon to view a description of what it does at the bottom left display window. This is a description of what this thing here does. This is pause, DVD player. Now beside the Actions tab, we have the Variables tab, which displays the various macro scripts. These are the various macro scripts that we have here under the Variables tab. Click on any to view what it also does in the Finder window at the bottom left corner. For our example, we will click on the DVD player under the Actions tab. DVD player, and drag Play DVD under the Variables into the workflow on the right. Under this workflow, you will see Results, Options, and Description. The Results tab tells you what's going on when the workflow is run. And the Options tab also displays some choices you can make. Check the Show this action when the workflow runs box to see the script working. Now the Description tab works just like the Finder window on this left hand side. This is the action that we have chosen to play DVD. You can hold Command and R or run the workflow and see what you have put together. Now we follow the instructions. Alright, this is what we got. Our workflow is working, or our Automator is perfectly running. Once we got to this level, we want to save our workflow. Don't forget to give it a very appropriate name. My first workflow. Playing DVD. Creating a burn folder. The concept of a burn folder is to get you ready for the burn operation. Click the File menu and choose New Burn Folder. And a new folder with a propeller or fan with 3 blades is automatically created for you. Name the folder for easy identification. You then drag any icons or files you want to burn onto this new folder. Note that only the aliases of the dragged items get copied to the folder. The original items sit at the same place. They don't get lost. Now, when ready to burn, find the burn command in the drop-down file menu. Or you can control-click the folder to get the burn command. Control-click. Find the burn command right here. When you finish with your burn operation, you can delete the burn folder after the burn operation is completed and not delete the items from the hard disk. Using IChat. IChat is a small but very powerful audiovisual communication application or tool. To use IChat, you first of all need to set up an AIM account at least. Here I have an AIM account. You can add contacts of your friends to your list or buddies right here. You can add contacts, or you can delete contacts. By this sign here, you can delete contacts. From your contacts, select the party you want to chat with. You can click on the camera. You can click on the camera icon here to share your video if you have one. You now wait for the other party to respond to your invitation. Don't forget, you need an internet service on your system to use this application. Using iCal. iCal is a very convenient way of keeping your schedules and appointments handy. You may customize your iCal by clicking Calendar and choosing Preferences. On this tab, on this window, we have 4 tabs. We have the General tab and all its events. We have the Accounts tab where you can add or delete any account. You can also go to the Advanced tab or the Alerts tab and make your choices. You can have different views of this icon, or we can choose the day, we can choose the week's view, the month, or the whole year. That way you can see everything at a single glance. We can add events and delete events as we wish. I can double click and start a new event, or I can go to the file menu and get a new event. It's the same thing. Or Command N. Now I have to write what I want to write in this spot. Yes. I can keep it the way I want it, or I can stretch it, and also I can delete it very easily. And when you go to the file menu, you can have new event, a new calendar, a new calendar subscription, import, export. When you go to the edit menu too, you have so many sub menus, just like the view and the windows. Like I said, this is a very handy tool. You can customize it the way you want it. Mac security. You can customize your Mac security by choosing System Preferences and clicking on the Security and Privacy tab. security and privacy. Here we have about 4 tabs: the General tab, File, Vault, the Firewall, and the Privacy. They all have different characteristics. So you just read through, make sure you understand what they are saying, and choose as you wish. Now, on the lower left bottom here, you can see a padlock that is locked. This padlock is locked because I want my settings to remain the same. I don't want anyone to change it. But if I have to do any changes, I will have to unlock it by providing my password. That is the only way I can do any changes, or anyone can do any changes. Otherwise,